So guys, today back from another video on the channel. Today we're here for the player ratings between Newcastle United and Everton. If you didn't watch the reaction already, I put it at the top, link in the description and on the end screen. So if you haven't watched that video, you can watch it after this one. But what a result, a fantastic performance, and the player ratings are going to be a bit more positive today. And I like doing the player ratings when you're going to be given 8s, 9s, maybe even a 10 today. It's nicer. It's just nicer to record a video where it's positive. It's a nice mood, and getting that win today was so important, and we did. And I even called it in the preview. I said a 2-1 Newcastle, and what was the score? A 2-1 Newcastle. Anyways, lads, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's get into the player ratings now. We will start off with the goalkeeper, Darlow. So Darlow started off in goal today, and he done really well. I don't think he could have done anything for their goal, but a really good performance yet again. Some really good saves near the end, and Andy Carroll had a shot, had to save that one, nearly an own goal, but I think Darlow was great, and he's been great all season, so props to him. Well done, Darlow, yet again. I'm gonna give him a 8 out of 10. We will do the 3 centre backs. We'll do Fabian Schär. I think Fabian Schär was the quietest one. He didn't really do much apart from scoring. Like, I wouldn't have counted as an own goal. Like, he put the ball off. I think it was Michael Keane that went out for a goal kick, but he didn't really do much, Shaw, which is sort of good when a centre-back hasn't really done much. I can't remember Shaw really doing anything really in the game, to be honest, which is sort of a good thing. I'm going to give Fabian Schär a good 7 out of 10 today. We'll do the captain, Lascelles. I didn't think he was going to start today for injury, because Bruce said that he was the doubt and Hayden was absolutely fine, but he starts Lascelles and not Hayden. It was a bit weird, but I think Lascelles he's proven himself. I didn't think he was great against Wolves, and he had a decent performance today, to be honest with you. He controlled Dominic Calvert-Lewin until he scored his goal. Controlled him well, couldn't really do much. Dominic Calvert-Lewin really in the game, and I think Lascelles had a decent performance defensively. I'm going to give him the same as Shaw, a good 7 out of 10. Next up, Federico Fernandez, and for me, he was sublime. Absolutely fantastic. Blocks, balls, get up the field. He was the best centre-back today, no matter what. There was a block in the first half, and it was absolutely sublime how he just had that knowledge, just a bang, block. Fantastic. Absolutely sublime from Federico Fernandez today. If we kept a clean sheet, he would have got a 10 out of 10, but we're conceded. Got nervy at the end, but still got the win. I'm going to give Federico Fernandez a 9 out of 10. We'll do the full-backs now. We'll start off with, we'll do Jacob Murphy, who's started in the right wing-back role. And yet again, a great performance from him. A really, really good performance. What do you want us to say? Apart from, he had a really, really good performance. Good at going up and down the line. He had a nice, good little run in the first half. And could this finally be the year where Jacob Murphy finally gets a shot? Well, he's had 2 Premier League games in a row playing all 90 minutes. Well, I don't think he's probably never done that for Newcastle, played all 90 minutes in the last 2 Premier League games. Let's just hope we can keep that and keep him playing, because, yeah, I don't want to be saying 5 at the back, but it looks like it's working with Murphy there. It's not really a 5 at the back. It's mostly Lewis is staying a bit back, and Murphy just has that right hand side to himself. But Jacob Murphy today, a really good performance. I'm gonna give him a good 8 out of 10. Jamal Lewis, I think in the first half he wasn't really great, to be honest. Then in the second half, a fantastic second half from him. That ball for the second goal, what a ball. To ping it down the line, to get it perfectly for Ryan Fraser, makes it so much more easier for him to clip that ball in the box when Wilson gets his foot, leg, I can't remember, he just gets to the back of the net. That was made by Jamal Lewis, and if Jamal Lewis didn't make that ball, we could have been sitting here, maybe it's 2-1 Everton, or definitely 1-1. What a ball from Jamal Lewis. First half, he looked a little bit shaky, but in the second half, he got really stuck in, and it was a good performance. Jamal Lewis, 8 out of 10. Right then, centre midfielders, we'll do Jeff Hendrick. Not a great performance, to be honest with you. Our worst player today had a shot in the second half. We lost the ball. He lost the ball for the Everton goal. He had the ball and he just passed it to Allen, I think it was. Like, what are you doing? We're winning 2-0. Why are you just passing it like that? Hayden plays for me next week. Even though you shouldn't really change your winning side, and Bruce probably won't. For me, you've got to start Isaac Hayden. For him, it's not his role. He's not used to starting every game. in this season. He started pretty much every game this season. He's not used to that, so I don't know why he is, but he is. It wasn't terrible from Hendrick, but he was definitely our worst player, no doubt about it. I'm gonna give him a 6 out of 10. S.Longstaff now, and that was a good performance from Sean. He's needed a good performance. It's his first start of the season in the Premier League, and he's really showing it today. He's like what John Lascelles doing loads of through balls, loads of long balls, and it worked. It worked in the system that we played today against Everton. It really worked, and the way S.Longstaff adapted into the game, especially having Decore, Andre Gomez, and Allen all on you, he was great. And people will forget about that he's had Allen, Champions League player for Napoli. Gomez has been played for Barcelona for a bit, and Decore has been a Premier League proven midfielder for the last 4 years. He's a good performance today from S.Longstaff, a really good performance. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. It was a good performance. And just in front of the two midfielders, it was Miggy. What a performance. The work rate that he brings to the side is ridiculous. It's absolutely sublime how fans can say he's not good enough and whatnot. He is amazing, right? The work rate that he brings to the squad is ridiculous, right? He might not be the strongest. He might not be the quickest. He might not be the best at shooting or whatnot, right? But you know he's going to give you 10 out of 10 every game. And that's the reason why we're probably sitting here happy because of him. Just because he didn't score, just because he didn't get an assist, doesn't mean he had a really good performance or whatnot. He was great today. He was really, really good. And fans will forget that. Fans will just look at it and go, oh, Wilson was class, and then whatnot, and Darlow saved her and that. People won't look at that for Miggy. People will focus on the good things, the standout things, the goals, the assists. The work rate's what you need in the squad. And he brings it every game, week in, week out. And it's glad to see him starting to get a run of games. And Bruce needs to play him next week, no matter what. Miggy, 9 out of 10. Strikers now. Maxi started up front again, which was nice to see. Wasn't a fantastic performance from Maximin. He didn't really grow into the game as much, but it wasn't a bad performance. No. He just didn't stand out as what sometimes he does. But we all know players have these games. For the last 2 games, he's not looked tired. But to be fair, he was getting fouled all over yet again. Came off from the first half absolutely knackered, which is yet again another great thing to see. Seeing a player knackered. That's what we should have from every player, not just your odd 2, 3, 4. Maxi today didn't really do much going forward, but defensively, work rate wise, he was good. Maxi, 8 out of 10. Then the main man, the final man in the starting 11, Callum Wilson. What a player. Just what a player. What a prolific Premier League striker. 6 goals now. 6 goals. Getting me fantasy football points, which I love to say. I've had a good week so far. And Wilson's made it even better. We're getting them 2 goals today. Won the penalty. Was it a penalty? Probably not. If that was given against us, I'll be really annoyed. But it happens, and it happens. Look what happened against Man United. I know Darlow saved it, which doesn't really matter. It was still not a penalty, and it happens in football. It needs to be consistent for, and it's not at the minute. Then Wilson's second goal. Joelin, no other Premier League, no other striker for Newcastle would have scored that second goal, right? He hasn't really scored a banging goal yet for the club, but the goals that you've got to be there for is what shows a class in a striker. Joelin wouldn't have the idea, the urge to get into the box, to get on the end of Fraser's cross. He wouldn't. Andy Carroll wouldn't even have got there. And Gale might have, but he probably would have missed anyways. That's what you get. That's what you get in Callum Wilson. Goals like that. It might not be the best goals whatsoever, but he's a Premier League proven prolific striker. No doubt about it. Underrated in the Prem. 6 goals now. 2 off Son, and he's the best in the league. And 3 of them have been penalties, but you've still got to score the pen. For me, Wilson, 10 out of 10, no doubt about it. All the substitutes came on later. I'm not going to give them all a rating. I'll just talk about roughly what they've done. Obviously, the main one, Ryan Fraser, was the first substitute. What a ball. What a run. He looks sharp, and that's what you get. If you bring him off the bench, he can give you that little bit more, which could be the way for Newcastle. Or you start from the off and really cause the defence problems. two ways. You can do both of them, and I think Fraser today, he's shown Bruce, like, you've got to be playing me. You can't be playing anyone else here. I want to be in the start 11, and yet again, another assist. He's got 2 assists now, and both of them have been to Wilson. We've all heard that clip, haven't we? Right, Fraser and Wilson equals goals, and look what happened. It shows it. He's done it again. Fraser, a good performance, and then the other ones were Andy Carroll, who never scored an own goal, mind, but Darlow, calm as you like, always believe in Carl Darlow, had it secured. Carroll basically came on just to bully the Everton attackers anytime they got a corner or whatnot, and Isaac Hayden came on for that defensive stability, but didn't really do much, which doesn't really matter. We got the dub anyways. Lads, that is the end of the player ratings. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Do you agree with me? Should someone else got a 10? Who should have got another 10? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Was that a bit too harsh on Hendrick maybe? Or I'm a spot on like always. Anyways, lads, I'll see you all in the next one. I've got a pack opening out tomorrow, which will be out 6 o'clock. That'll be the new thing. So Mondays will be the new FIFA 21 pack openings. And next week, lads, we'll play on a Friday against Southampton. So the videos and the previews and whatnot will be out a little bit earlier. So that'll be great news for the channel. Anyways, lads, I'll see you all in the next video. How are the lads?